The Vergas Show is brought to you by Spanky Stone Hearth, casual fine dining on beautiful Rose Lake. Vergas State Bank, your locally owned community full-service bank. Vergas Event Center for gatherings large or small, including weddings. Vergas Liquor Store, where all the profits profit Vergas.
Make the right call. Call Hanson's, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating.
Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hanson. Thanks for joining me today. I'm with Larry Shermerhorn. Thank you, Larry. I didn't even have to talk real hard to get him to do this, but Larry's one of my cousins. His dad and my mom, his dad Alan Shermerhorn and my mom Donna Hanson were brother and sister. So you grew up around here, Larry, and tell me a little bit. You grew up here, you left, and then you came back.
Yeah, I guess it's a career story. Grew up outside of Vergas on a dairy farm, and
learned hard work.
Learned hard work, but decided that there wasn't enough farm for everybody, so Larry decided to head out on his own. And he got hired on by a farmer cooperative, Senex Harvest States. Because of that, I traveled extensively and actually moved a couple times. So and to Moorhead, Minnesota, and then to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then back to Vergas, Minnesota.
We love having you back here, and I think one of the reasons that we're here today talking is we've got Shops and Hops coming up in Vergas, which is it's a new festival on Main Street. It's on June 8th, Saturday, and we're going to start it out at 4 o'clock. The Main Street is going to be closed off, and you're going to get to sample some craft beers, and that's the only part of it. That's what's really cool about this event. That's the only part of it that is going to require any kind of fee. You purchase a mug for $25, and then you're going to get to sample between 4 and 7 o'clock all those different craft beers. And during that time, which is what I love about Vergas, they're going to be having all the shops open, and you're going to be able to have some of the shops on the main street. You're going to be able to do some who doesn't love shopping and drinking beer at the same time, right, Larry? But what's special about this year is through the Lake Region Arts Council and through people like Larry, we are bringing a band here called Pert Near Sandstone. And it's free. You get to come, you get to enjoy the concert, you get to dance, you get to just have the experience. And Larry's son, Justin, is part of that band. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so did you guys grow up with music in the household, Larry? Is that how Justin started?
Oh boy, did we ever, from the respective. Justin grew up in a household with music. His mother is a very accomplished pianist,
yes, and
she's written many songs. So Justin got to be part of that household and listen to his mother on the piano, and he gets all of his music qualities from his mother. That's for
not
sure.
From you? Can you carry a tune?
Not. I was thinking about that, and I remember I would be very lucky to get a C in music when I was in high school.
It's kind of like my family. They'd all sing in a group, and then they'd tell me to just mouth it. so that's okay, because Justin's shined on this, and when you were talking about that, do they write their own music for this band?
Yeah, actually, they write a lot of their own music, and Justin actually has written quite a few songs himself.
Okay, so what's his role in the band?
His role is he plays the bass.
Okay.
And he does a little bit of everything. He has an extremely strong presence on the stage, let me tell you.
Oh, that's going to be
fun. He's very active on the stage, and he sings and plays the bass.
Well, you being a salesperson, that quality in him probably comes through on the stage.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, definitely.
His father used to speak in front of groups from 20 to 500, so
right.
Yeah, and so that came through in him.
So he got that from you, and he got the music from your wife, and so that really works good. So growing up, what do you think Justin's connection to Vergas is? How do you think this is going to affect him coming to Vergas and playing?
Justin's connection goes very deep, from the respect that his great grandmother grew up here, and so all of the relation from the respective grandmas and great grandmas and all come from Vergas, and so the Bruin family and the Shermerhorn family have strong roots here. And so what happened is, when I talked about us moving and everything, well, Justin actually was born here January 24th, 1979, and I strongly remember the night because his mother and I headed out in the middle of the night, and we crossed the railroad tracks down here, and it was 34 below. And it was quite an experience, let's say that. Through the whole process, Justin was only here for like 1 year.
Okay.
And then we moved to Moorhead, but we
But you
come
were
back here
often.
every weekend.
Sure,
every
every
weekend.
weekend.
We moved to Minneapolis. We came back here practically every weekend. So his connection to Vergas is mainly family.
Right.
But it's more than that, from the respect that his grandpa Bruin loved the Sioux Line Railroad.
Okay.
Yep. And Justin, out at the lake, Long Lake, where I live now, he would love the sunsets. He always talks about that. Sunset Bay Resort right there. And hearing the Sioux Line Railroad.
Oh, because you can hear it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at his grandpa's funeral, Ray Bruin, he actually wrote a song about the Sioux Line Sioux Line Railroad, excuse me, and sang that song at his funeral.
Oh, that's very cool. I wouldn't be surprised if that song gets sung on stage
And
maybe on June 8th.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know, when you've seen him perform on stage, what runs through your head?
Well, you know, he's a super dad. He's a stay-at-home dad.
He's got two little boys. What are their names?
Two little boys, Louie and Ray.
Okay.
And oh my goodness, they are performers just like their dad and their mother. Actually, their mother is an extremely good clogger.
Okay.
And so
explain that clogger. That's the dance.
That's the dancing,
like almost like an Irish dance, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I see that, and I think of how proud I am from the respect that him and Laura, his wife, they've just traveled all over the world already, from the respect that Justin, with his group, his band, has been to Europe and Spain and over in those countries. I think it's 4 times now.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he used to play for the Cloggers.
Oh, Laura's group.
Yeah,
Okay.
Laura's group. So they'd been there 4 or 5 times with Laura's group. He played the bass for them. And so those little boys have already traveled to 3 or 4 countries.
That's
So,
incredible.
yeah.
But I mean, just the experience of that and being able to bring them, with a musical family like that. And so, do the boys play any instruments yet?
Oh yeah. And they're clogging already. And, yeah, it's really something to watch.
So they'll be here obviously on June 8th.
Yeah.
So on June 8th, you're going to want to be in Vergas. Like I said, we're going to be having the Shops and Hops, and that starts at 4 to 7. The band is going to be on stage from 7 until 10:30. I think 7 to 10, Pert Near Sandstone. There's 4 or 5 guys in the band.
4.
Four guys in the band. And as you've heard, Justin and his bandmates, they write some of their own music. It's an eclectic. It's maybe not, your country western or your 70s that you're used to around here. But what I love about it is everybody says it's so easy.
It's uplifting, and
Yeah.
it's bluegrass, and it's kind of Minnesota folk.
Right.
It's hard to explain, but it
and
gets you going.
It gets you going. And so Larry, what does all of this June 8th, having them come here, mean to you?
Well, just the connection to Vergas,
Yeah.
having all of my, let's put it this way, old friends are from here, and so having them be able to see Justin and what's been developed is special to me. Plus, all the family will be able to see him perform.
Right. So it's going to be like a big family reunion.
Yeah.
So you're not going to want to miss that. You're going to want to be here on June 8th. Bring a lawn chair. And Larry, thank you so much for. Oh, you got to.
I want to say one thing.
Okay, in closing.
In closing, from my perspective, this city is very special.
It is.
It is. I've had the good fortune of traveling to every state in the U.S. and to countries around the world, and this city stands out in wherever I go. And the cool thing about it is, I would say in at least half of the U.S. states that I've been in, I don't care if they ask me where I'm from. I say Vergas, Minnesota, and you never guess what they say. Oh, we've been there. What a neat little city.
You heard it here. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. You have a good day in Vergas.